I'm guessing when most people come to the island, welcome, by the way, all the people who have come here. Hope you have a great time here. I love it here, so I hope you find it as good as I do. When you come here, I think, one of the questions, what do people think about when they think about the Isle of Man? One thing, I guess, is the TT races. One is maybe the beautiful coastline, the curious three-legged symbol. But actually what I'm going to talk to you about today is manufacturing and engineering, which is, most people wouldn't associate with the Isle of Man. But actually, there's quite a lot of it goes on here. I'm Colin Moughton. I've worked here as an engineer for probably 30 years now, and in various companies. I've run my own consultancy at the moment. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about the engineering and the manufacturing that goes on here. So here's a look at the sector. Basically, quite a lot of engineering and manufacturing companies. You'd be surprised at the things that get built here. Ejector seats. There's parts that go on the Mars rover. Parts that go on fighter jets. It's a great diversity of things that get made on the Isle of Man. We've got quite a big skilled workforce in engineering and a long heritage. I think since it started, this island's innovated every decade. There's been a significant improvement. And one thing that is quite a good metric is things designed here are used more than 1 billion times a day around the world. I worked in the company called Strix that make these things. They're thermostats that go in the bottom of your kettle. So when you're enjoying a nice cup of tea, chances are the safety control in the bottom of your kettle was designed just opposite the airport where you came in, maybe. And in the past, actually, that was a big industry. There were hundreds of people making these things. Now, mostly, they're designed here and made out in China. So quite an interesting thing there. Other things that get made here. I mentioned there are all sorts of things that get made on the Isle of Man. There's quite a comprehensive aerospace industry. Oil and gas, aerospace, some quite big companies making some quite interesting things. Let's have a look at some of those things. Fighter planes, precision parts for the fountains in Las Vegas, ejector seat assemblies. I think a statistic from there is over 7,500 lives saved, which is incredible when you think about it. There's a company called Ronsway Aircraft Company that make parts for ejector seats. Kettle controls, I've mentioned. On the whole, basically, we cover the whole thing here on the Isle of Man, from product development, designing products, coming up with them, right through to manufacturing and shipping them. So a few of the companies on the island, these companies generally are in the aerospace or precision engineering space. Swagelock, Ronsway, Triumph. These companies make significant things, which is incredible. And I think one of the more interesting things for the talk today is how we all work together. These companies and the government in the Isle of Man generally work quite closely to try and maximize the benefit and the opportunity. And I think that's part of the reason why it's been a sector that's been going for so long. Some of the reasons why the companies are here, a good one is the low tax, the agile government. I think it's very easy to get hold of people in government and have a conversation. If you're trying to start a business or make something, you can go and have a conversation. And generally, the government are quite receptive to that. You can talk to them. They'll help you buy plant and equipment and help you with factories. Very good. The biosphere, I mean, it's a good place to live. I don't know if you've had a chance to look around the island. I hope you get that opportunity because it is a beautiful place. So it's quite a nice place to live, which is a big thing, I think. So getting staff who are happy, that generally is quite easy. Training, I think there's a slide about training. Yeah. So a sector doesn't sustain itself, it's people. And the people, generally, there's quite a good route through for young engineers. So as older engineers, we're quite happy to go into schools and tell the school children about what we do and let them ask us all about it. And there's an ACE initiative which helps with that in schools. There's apprenticeships. Within industry as well, there's a lot of work to help upskill people. And we've got some great facilities here on the island. There's training centres that are very well equipped. I work together with a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of industries on this, what do you call it? It was a strategy. So basically, government, industry got together, worked out what was important to help enable engineering and manufacturing. And we got some really great people over from Cambridge, and they sat down with us, helped us work out what would be a really good way to try and improve the sector and make it grow. So quite a bold vision there for the next 10 years, and a whole bunch of ways that are the policy of how we're going to try and achieve that. So basically, things that we share. I think there's a whole lot of this kind of stuff goes on in all the Celtic nations. It'd be great to work together and be collaborative on these kind of things. I think the door is open on the Isle of Man to most different types of collaboration. And I think we've got a lot of complementary strengths. So a few statistics there to leave you with. I think that's great, the billion uses. Hopefully that means more than 1 billion cups of tea get drunk every day, which I think it does mean that. Lots of lives saved on ejector seats, and a grand vision for the future for the Isle of Man. So that's basically what I wanted to say about engineering on the Isle of Man. Hopefully that was interesting and you learned a bit more about what happens here. And if you'd like to talk to me about any of this, come and find me and I'd be happy to talk to you.